Hello everybody, Welcome back, ish. Sure. Embers of Autumn 24. Announcements. Pretty easy. We now have a link tree. All of our links are posted at that link tree. That includes Patreon, our Color of Change charity fundraising on with Tiltify, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Everything you could need for this channel. Right there. Other announcements. Our Wildmount campaign just ended. Mainly due to copyright stuff. But we wanted to end it. I ended it just because, didn't want to deal with copyright stuff, just in case. Because copyright stuff and takedowns and all that kind of stuff isn't 100% accurate. Things will get claimed for no reason. So, just to be safe, for now, it's done. Speaking of ending things, tomorrow night is our finale of our extraplanar dream hopping campaign. Last week's session was really long, so it was going to be the finale last week, but it's tonight. Now it's tomorrow. So, I did mention that new campaigns are being planned for the Wednesday 7:30 slot and the Thursday 7:30 slot. I did say estimated start dates, but those have just gotten changed to who knows when, because of some stuff I'm going through right now in terms of living situations. Which also means if a hiatus needs to happen for the channel across the entire channel for a certain amount of time, everyone will be made aware. Because life just swings punches sometimes. Yeah. I failed my saving throw. Anyways. Anyone else want to say anything?
Sunday.
Oh, yep.
The second episode of Codex Legendarium. Be there. We got started. Sunday. It was a lot of fun. Everyone met. Started off fighting a ice spirit possessed polar bear corpse. And then just kind of went from there.
Yeah. And it was our most viewed session ever on the channel. So that was cool too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got an Etsy shop. It's gearing up for spooky season, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have a sale running on my shop, 25% off when you buy 2 or more items, running from October 24th through November 23rd. Just like a whole month long, 30 days. And you can get a bunch of cool little crochet stuff that I make for 25% off.
Buy her shit. It's rad. I can attest.
Support local artists and small businesses.
Yes.
Link to my shop is etsy.com/shop/KateCraft Studio US.
Are you just dabbing when you said slash?
Yep.
That's what Brian W. Foster did. He would do critroll.com/.
Yeah.
All right.
And I got 2 slashes, so I'm twice as good as Brian W. Foster. I am not.
All right. I think that's everything. So, I'm not doing a fucking Halloween one-shot this year because I don't have the mental capacity to prep one. So, just going to be an ordinary session on the 27th for this campaign because, fuck it. Come dressed up, you'll get DM inspiration for the session. I don't fucking know.
I'm so excited. My costume is, I'm excited.
So dressing up as Don doesn't count?
No.
Fuck.
All right. Last we left off... man, oh man, my brain is not working. You all did some stuff. Yeah, you left Candace's house and went to a cat cafe. Called something or other.
Did.
And had some coffee. And then you went to...
There were 3 bugbears.
That's right. 3 bugbears ran the place. like I
We had
said.
coffee and planned our next steps.
That's right. Went to the Ember Athenium to get information on Ubalike. There we go. I'm getting there. While the rest of the party went to the magic shop in that district and bought a +1 light crossbow. The rarity and price of which I mixed up last session, so we're just going to leave it at that. So yeah, Druck bought a magic crossbow. Ven learned some information about Ubalike from the arcane translator and one of the scribe wizards at the Ember Athenium. One Joseph, a character from our last campaign, 35 years later, now a wizard at an academy and missing both his eyeballs.
What happened to you?
Just cuz. So yeah, Ven learned some information about Ubalike. Reunited with the party outside the magic shop, Druck was very excited to show off his magic crossbow now. Ven bought some spellbook paper to start transcribing some spells. Maybe. Ven probably did that when they were traveling. Who knows? When the weather was nice, but it never was nice, so who knows?
Yeah, no, it was the since it was pretty much raining the whole time, I held off and I never transcribed anything.
That's right. The party arrived at the
Dawn's getting their hat turned into a bag holding.
That's correct. Which will be done in, a week or two, a couple weeks. The party arrived at the Tempest Gates after leaving the capital city, and while on the road, they discovered that the Queen had died from her illness that was mentioned at the start of the campaign. And now the throne was kind of in limbo as to who was going to be taking it, but everyone was saying that currently sitting on the throne was her half-orc, the Queen's half-orc paramour, Fenthrin Silverhand, who had no interest to be on the throne, and they were currently debating amongst the council who could do it, because the prince, the Queen, and this half-orc Fenthrin's son had disappeared the year prior, and he is the next in line, but he is nowhere to be found. Oh no. Wonder what that's about. The party then messaged, or at some point during all this, the party messaged one Thranazart, who didn't really trust the person he was talking to, aka Dawn, and the party asked Thranazart to deliver their Aurochs along with their wagon that they had left in the village of Swamp Peak. Their Aurochs are named Derbuel. We'll see how that goes. Party eventually found themselves in the settlement of Illmarsh in the Fell Swamps after dealing with quicksand. Druck was drowning in quicksand, mud, a bog, and some other weird stuff in the bog. The party eventually arrived at Illmarsh, this kind of settlement floating on boards and wooden walkways in the middle of the marsh. And they were here seeking to complete the contract surrounding children that had been disappearing in Illmarsh. So now, the Faust and the Furious, that's the party name, have now found themselves in the town to begin said investigation and to hopefully figure out how and why these children have been vanishing. So you're currently just inside the borders of the town, and you have just seen the bakery called Sweetie Tooth's. The dower has been replaced with flour. I'll reread this description of the settlement because it's been a hot minute, aka a week. A sign slick with hanging strands of moss. Mud sits nailed and mud. Blah, blah, blah. The sign sits nailed to a wooden post affixed with a lantern. It reads Illmarsh, population 5,600. It's a settlement of wood buildings floating on dense marshland that surrounds it. Wooden walkways connect them. There are no barriers to any of this settlement, so you can just get drunk and fall off into the marsh. The marsh itself is incredibly deep and teeming with wildlife. You can see fish leaping out of the water to catch the numerous clouds of insects flying around. Just constantly clouds of gnats and mosquitoes. A long, narrow wooden walkway connects the road you're currently standing on to town, and all along the walkways in town are grimy-looking lanterns and positions where people attempting to fish from the marshland can do so. And yeah, out of all of the worn, moss-covered, decrepit, single-story buildings, well, two-story buildings, one catches your eye. It appears brand new, and in way better condition than the others. The smell of freshly baked pastries wafts out from its open windows like pies and pasties. It's an actual thing, not the.
I fucking love pasties.
Pasties
Let me
are
tell
so
you,
good.
there's a cash only pasty place in my town. Sorry, I just love it. It's amazing.
Pasties are great. Oh, I just love any baked pie, meat pie, in general. Wafts out from its open windows. Piroshki. A sign hangs above the door, depicting a cartoon caricature of a rainbow-colored cupcake with a massive grin, 2 long arms and legs devouring a whole plate of cookies. Scrawled in brilliantly bright cursive neon pink paint on the sign are the words "Sweetie Tooths." This dour, D-O-U-R, has been replaced with flour. F-L-O-U-R. And that is Illmarsh. It is, you see, what time of day is it? It's about early afternoon, and it's mostly drow you can see walking around, and some other elves, like wood elves. A mostly elven settlement.
What time would Dawn know?
2 p.m.
How much do you...
Taste about... Shoot at... About 2 p.m., my dear folks.
Fascinating. How much do you want to bet? I'm saying quietly. How much do you want to bet that the suspiciously brightly colored candy shop / bakery had something to do with them disappearing children? 100%?
Why? What do you mean? Why would it?
Look, I've read a lot of stories, right? Witches living in gingerbread houses in the woods, gobbling up children. It's the stories exist for a reason. They're cautionary tales. These things happen in this world.
What if it's just a red herring?
I mean, I suppose that's possible, but I mean, I would be a fool to overlook the brightly colored, genre-addled, just spotlight in front of me.
I have not heard those stories.
You haven't?
Mm.
You know, stories that parents abandon their children in the woods for one reason or another, depends on who tells it, and then they go running around, and then they follow a trail of sweets, and they come to a house made entirely out of sweets, and then they get inside, and there's a nice old woman, and she feeds them a bunch of sweets, trying to fatten them up, and then eventually she tries to bake them into a pie or some sort of other baked good, or maybe just cook them whole. It depends on who's telling it. But then they manage to escape, and they shove her in the oven because she was an evil witch who was trying to eat them, and then they get away and burn the house down, and then it says they live happily ever after, but they were still a pair of, not orphans, they were still a pair of children whose parents abandoned them in the woods, and now they've got nowhere to live, so it really isn't a happy ending, but anyway.
So, moral of the story, parents bad.
Well, in that story, I mean, it's not really focused on with most tellings, but really, if you listen to it, why were the parents abandoning their children in the woods? Though I believe usually it has to do with like a famine or something. But still, yeah, not exactly good parenting to just abandon your kids in the woods.
Just your average fairy tale.
Abandonment is not so bad.
Well, I suppose, but
the other things one might do in a famine.
Right. That is, well, this got dark.
Well, at least I know none of you will try to eat me. No meat on these bones.
Druck's just staring.
Watch out for dogs.
Druck's just staring off into the distance.
Bart.
Oh, one of my companions already. Oh, they lost one of the leg bones to the dog back in the day.
You can see people coming in and out of the bakery, just arms full of just baked goods. Every time the door swings open, it's just the fresh smell of like freshly baked pastries and.
I guess we should ask around, see if anyone knows what's happening to their kids.
And you can also hear a commotion, like a really loud commotion, a couple blocks away. And looking around, most of the settlements you've been in, you've seen town guards and other sorts of just walking around, like guards. Not a single town guard here. And the last time, I think Kenna would have passed through here before. I think, yeah. and I believe we said Ven did as well. No, Ven did not pass through this area.
No, I know you did.
You didn't pass through Illmarsh. You
Dax.
passed through. I was thinking of Dax.
That's right. That's right. Yes, region, not this
Yeah.
this town.
Kenna, the last time you were here, there were definitely town guards because you would have passed through Illmarsh,
Mm-hmm.
and there are no guards here currently. Anywhere.
Maybe they all went to the mountains. There should be at least a handful of Crown's Guard here.
But there are people just milling about in and out of the bakery, just walking around doing their own stuff. And then, yeah, the commotion you can hear a couple blocks away. Just sounds like shouting.
I'm gonna go check that out. Anyone want to join me?
Oh yes, let's stick together around here.
Yes, of
This
course.
place is yes.
You're looking for children.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, these narrow walkways are like 10 feet wide, no railings. Some places there are where their lanterns are, but other than that, it's just all open. So you can imagine when people get drunk, they probably fall off into the swamp and then have to like Anyways,
Quick way to sober up.
or drown.
I see this as an absolute win.
The sounds of shouting and hollering gets louder and draws your attention to a large crowd of drow and other elves shouting outside a 3-story home on the eastern edge of town. Most of the shouting seems to be, "When are you gonna do something about our missing children?" And some have turned into threats and other very vulgar insults. One of these elves throws a small burlap sack against one of the upstairs windows, which hits it with a sickening and then leaves a streak of grime down the window. The front door opens, and a deep gnome in a long black velvet coat, black bowler hat, and red ascot answers the door casually. "I can assure you all that Baron Grimm is doing everything he can to look into your missing children. If it's any consolation, I believe he reached out to the Wayfarers Guild to send some adventurers this way to look into the scenario for us." One of the drow appears to be the town's blacksmith, steps up to the gathering. "No disrespect to you, Cordell, but the Baron is a useless git. Our children have been going missing almost every night for the last 3 months. Taking charge of it now seems a little too late. My boy is absolutely terrified to be the last of his friends in this shithole. How can I put him to bed every night with the fear he could be gone in the morning?" The deep gnome sighs. "I understand your pain, Garen. We all know someone who has vanished. We have to stand together as a community. I assure you, the adventurers will come." The crowd seems to bicker amongst themselves before the blacksmith nudges everyone along and they disappear. And this is when the deep gnome, Cordell, catches your eye. "Oh, apologies. I'm Cordell, our Baron's most trusted assistant. I haven't seen any of your faces before in Illmarsh. What brings you here during such dark times?"
We're the adventurers.
"Oh,
I mean, officially we're the Faust and the Furious, but we're the guys you sent for.
do you have your contract?"
Yeah, it's right here.
"Wonderful. Please, come inside. Come inside. Get out of the yes."
Right.
The little gnome butler, like the deep gnome butler, stands back and gestures for you all to come in.
I go in after him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Follow in.
Okay. The interior of the home is filled with wooden walls painted a deep purple color and extremely well-polished wooden floors. An intricate fresco has been painted on the ceiling depicting legions of drow scattered about an incredibly cold and snowy-looking landscape, trekking through very deep snow. A purple velvet carpet stretches across the entryway and towards a spiraling staircase that ascends to the second and third floors. Cordell gestures to a room to the left of the entryway, which seems to be a form of sitting room. The sitting room is set with a circular purple rug and a collection of very well-crafted sofas covered in well-upholstered purple velvet. In between these sofas is a long table made of glittering amethyst and dark oak. The walls of this room are adorned in beautiful purple and gold curtains with paintings of a cold, frigid landscape. Nestled across the western wall is what appears to be a large glass cabinet filled with an array of trinkets. Set atop the cabinet is a skull made of solid diamond with 2 eyes made of smooth gray stone with vibrant blue pupils. Make yourselves comfortable. I'll return with afternoon tea. He does like a gracious bow, turns on the spot, and steps away.
Well, this is not what I expected from the leader of the settlement's house.
Mm-hmm. That's one way to put it.
Very extravagant.
That is one way to put it.
I mean, my other word was gaudy, but
Oh, I suppose that is a kinder way of putting it.
Garish.
Is that even? I don't know. It's so expensive yet macabre looking at the same time.
I wouldn't say it looks extremely expensive. It looks just
Tacky.
tacky, yeah.
I mean, the diamond skull by itself.
True.
You just see
kind of.
Dawn
Diamond
next to
skull.
the diamond skull, just kind of like eyeing it up. You just kind of hear them murmur to themselves, like, "Oh, wonder what I'd like. Oh, blue eyes. That'd be a look."
Don't.
Dawn just like
take
takes a
that.
step back and just kind of just like has their staff and they're leaning against Dennis.
All right.
so do we want to figure out questions we want to ask the Baron before he gets down here?
Standard things, right?
Yeah.
Circumstances of disappearances. Any details they can offer. Then try to make sure they aren't leaving anything out.
Yeah. I
There
guess
is
we'll
one
just sit here.
Right. There is one child left, yes.
At least.
What I heard.
At
It's
least.
the only one
yes.
we heard about. Could be a
Well-
few others, but
If we must, we could just. They might not sleep well, but we could defend them. And
Gotta
if
finish
keep
this.
an eye out, use them, defend them, but also use as bait.
it's risky, but it might work. Depends on what we're actually up against.
Quoin looks a
Right,
little
more
uncomfortable at
details.
the mention of bait.
Yeah.
Well, I think if we don't have any leads, it could be beneficial to, I mean, if we can get the authority of the Baron to get all of the children in one place, one safe location. That way, if something comes for them or lures them off, we have a better chance of identifying it as opposed to if they're all spread out across town. If it's coming for them every night, then, well, that stands to reason that tonight it'll come for one of them. So we can sort of use them as bait, but not not put them in any additional
not-
danger.
I am not putting a piece of cheese on their head. No, it's just keep a lookout. Don't be obvious that
Mm-hmm.
we're here.
Well, whatever it is, it's been taking children on a nightly basis for 3 months. I don't know if it cares about whatever it is that's taking them. I don't know if it cares about subtlety. Us revealing our presence may not cause problem. If it does, us revealing our presence causes it to just not do anything tonight, then that just gives us more time.
If no one has any details on what this is, then it is subtle. And it does care about whether or not it is seen.
True. But the question is, does it care enough about it whether or not it's seen to give up prey for a night?
Yes.
You You can hear footsteps approaching as Cordell returns, carrying a 4-tiered silver platter set with 6 cups of turmeric chai tea, a small glass pot of sugar, a small little pot of milk on the bottom. That's the bottom tier. The second tier contains a collection of shortbread biscuits. Some of the biscuits are riddled with raisins and nuts, while the other half of the biscuits appear more savory with flecks of thyme scattered throughout and the occasional tomato. Set in small bowls on this tier is a bowl of clotted cream, a bowl of raspberry jam, and a bowl of red pepper jelly. The third tier holds a selection of small sandwiches cut into triangles. You can make out 3 types of sandwich here. The first appears to be cucumber sandwiches, the filling of which is thinly sliced rounds of cucumber, salt, and a spread of mint cream cheese. The second sandwich appears to be smoked salmon with lemon butter and a scattering of capers. The final sandwich appears to be egg salad mixed with cress. The final tier of this fancy and extravagant display is a collection of sweet pastries. These pastries include pear muffins infused with saffron and browned butter, cherry scones, strawberry shortcake sandwiches stuffed with clotted cream, strawberries, and jam, one bite pink rhubarb pies, and blood orange sticky iced buns. It's a lot, but the Baron and I figured it'd be a good way to show our appreciation. He gestures to the food and the tea. Help yourselves. We can chat while we eat. And wait for the
thank
Baron,
you.
And while we wait for the Baron to wake up.
Did you make all of these?
Yes, with help.
Oh, you have other help in the house?
Unseen help.
Ah, I see. I know that spell as well.
Ah, wonderful.
Must have been pricey gathering all these ingredients. Way out here in the swamp.
Not exactly. A lot of this stuff can be found in the swamp. The pears are from swamp pears. The other stuff is imported from the capital. Rhubarb grows in the swamps. Mint grows in the swamps. Salmon is caught just in the marshlands.
Right.
There's also certain magic that can conjure food into existence as well.
Druck is gonna just start smelling all of it.
It smells great. Yeah.
He's just gonna smell everything individually.
Yeah. The tea will help with stomach pain and stomach aches. Helps with digestion. But you're here about the contract, yes?
Oh, yes.
What
Yeah.
do you already know?
Not
We-
much. Oh, go ahead.
We have a rough timeline of events,
Well,
and based on what the Baron gave to the guild,
yes.
and that's about it. Do you have any idea of who or what might be causing this? Have you seen anything, Cordell?
Not myself. The soldiers, before they all left, found a black tarry substance on the outside of the children's bedroom windowsills. Come morning after the children would vanish. The windows were wide open, and the parents didn't report being woken up by any noises either. The soldiers deduced whatever could be taking them was coming from deeper into the swamps and was taking the children out there for some reason, but the patrols and stakeouts haven't seen anything. We've had patrols go into the swamps, we've had patrols patrol town at night, we've had stakeouts outside the homes of people with children, and nothing was ever seen or heard. We don't have any soldiers left, so we're desperate. A child has been taken every 3 days, and the last one was 3 days ago. And there was only one child left in town, so maybe you all could have better luck staking out the blacksmith's house tonight. But the blacksmith's son is the last child in town. Most of the children have been taken by their parents and have left the town. Those who didn't leave have been taken. But no sign of what's doing this, just the black tarry substance that's been found.
Was
And
there any What happened to the Crowns Guard who were here? Were they also taken, or did they get lost, or leave
Oh,
of their own free
um,
will?
Illmarsh, we don't have Crown's Guard support here in Illmarsh. It's just a collection of soldiers that came here with Grim when he became Baron.
A sort of militia
Yes,
outside of the Queen's Guard.
they were sent
Crown's
in.
Guard.
They were sent into the forest to look into evidence to find wherever this could be coming from, and those soldiers never returned. And those who did remain left to keep their children safe. Those that had children. So we are currently defenseless.
Right.
Well, that like there's only one child left in town certainly makes this certainly narrows things down.
But the soldiers do think whatever this is, the presence is coming from deeper in the swamps.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone collected any of the tar that we can see?
It's still on every windowsill where a children has been taken. No one has dared touch it.
Then maybe we should start looking at windowsills.
Jock's gonna take a handful of the cucumber sandwiches.
Okay, yeah. Thinly sliced cucumber, salt, and mint cream cheese.
Just very sincerely nodding along.
As a another question, my fine fellow. When did that bakery turn up around here?
Oh, about 3 months back. Yep, 3 months back.
Right around the time when the children started disappearing.
Yes, but
And then Ben just look at each other.
the
like,
bakery
"God
was.
damn it."
We did investigate the bakery, just out of curiosity. But we thought the lead was silly. Orlo is one of the nicest people in town. He's been giving away free pastries to all the grieving parents, and has been using whatever money he makes to aid in the investigation before we reached out to the guild.
What direction did you send? Or were the guards sent? Or soldiers?
They went deeper into the swamps out to the east, where there is no settlements, out into like the deep marshland out to the east.
So, either they came upon some other situation, or they came upon what they were looking for.
Regardless, yes, they never returned.
Mhm.
Said the owner of the fine establishment that appeared suspiciously around the same time these children disappeared. Their name was Orlo?
Orlo Woodgrove, but like I said, not suspicious. We've ruled everything out. He's been aiding with the
Did-
investigation.
Did they have children at some point?
Not anytime recent. He's quite old.
Ah. Is it just him who works there?
Yes.
Or. And a follow-up to that follow-up. Have you seen a random mind flare come into town?
Yes, they're at the tavern.
Probably with an oryx.
Yes, they went to the tavern, in the direction of the tavern.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time, Cordell. But we've got some investigating to do.
I suppose you do, yes.
When we mentioned our questions or anything like that, was there anything that when we were speaking, did any of our questions put him at unease?
Nope.
Okay.
So, how long until the Baron normally wakes up?
So here's the thing. He's slightly nervous around the townsfolk currently. There's been some threats of death, based on the situation, children going missing, and I've had to increase the magical protections around the house. He prefers to remain locked up in his room until this is all dealt with. So technically I'm in charge of things right now. So hopefully this can all get sorted out and Baron Grimm can return to his work.
Well, that seems like a very successful political career. A few death threats, my good man.
Oh, there's been attempts too.
Even better. Well, not for
I
him,
wouldn't call that a
but
good political career.
would it be any good politician if he didn't ruffle a few feathers?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but he's not meeting with people until he feels it's safe to leave his chambers.
Well, we should be going. Thank you for the tea and sandwiches and pastries.
Feel free to take whatever you haven't eaten.
Rook will take one of
Thank you.
everything.
Okay. Alright, well, hopefully you all can figure out what's going on in our town, and hopefully things can get back to normal. And hopefully the children we've lost are safe.
We will certainly hope, and we'll do our best.
Cordell bows again and leads you to the front door.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Thank you for your aid. And when the contract is complete, just come to me. I'm the one who made the contract up, but signed under my master, so.
Right, yes, of course.
And he closed the door.
So,
I
Right.
feel we could divide and conquer. It's just talking to townsfolk.
I can go start getting set up around the blacksmith's house. I have my
Alright.
alarm spell, which can detect any additional movement within a certain radius if I set it up properly, and I can go start keeping an eye there.
Should we grab Randazart?
Yeah, we should
Probably,
meet
yes.
up with him at the very least.
I would like to collect a sample of the tar first, and we can have a look at all of our bits of evidence at
I
the
thought-
tavern.
All right,
I will go with Druck.
all right. So then you're setting up a perimeter around the blacksmith's house.
Mm-hmm.
Druck and Quoin are gathering samples.
Do any of you have a utensil or container to put this material?
I mean, I've got an empty flask.
Yes, that. Yes.
All right. Here you are.
I'll take it.
And it's just out of my herbalism kit.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So it's more of a bottle than a flask.
So you're all just kind of splitting off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Ven, you're going to the blacksmith to set up perimeter.
And to talk to the blacksmith as well. I'm not just
Right.
gonna start hanging out around the window. That would probably get me shot at.
Dawn.
Don't mind me. I'm just hanging out in your garden.
And then Dawn and Kenna are going to the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
The blacksmith's home is much closer, so Ven, you walk maybe like 50 feet.
All right.
Or actually, it's more than that. Oh no, it's about 50
Turn a
feet.
corner and it's right there.
Yeah, you're just right there, like oh, and you can see, you can hear the sound of like ting, 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 ting. Again, like a floating little hut. You can see the blacksmith working in the hut, and there's a drow child about 4 years old, sat right beside him, like constant just eyesight.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And this
walk-
this drow, he's got arms the size of almost like small tree trunks, and he's just ting, ting. Mohawk, not like a spiked mohawk, but just like kind of like a short buzzed one, and a thick bushy white beard.
All right. I'll walk up. Just hello.
Swings with the mount, and then he sees that he relaxes. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Apologies
I'm.
for that.
Oh no, I'm entirely understandable. I'm one of the adventurers who was hired to investigate the
Fuck.
disappearances.
About time.
Yes, we got here as quickly as we could. My companions are about town gathering evidence and looking around and everything, but I wanted to come over here and, well, given that your child is a likely target, I have come to personally see to, is it, what child was son, daughter, neither?
Sorry, son.
Okay. I've come to see to your son's safety in the meantime, just to speak to you and start talking about how we can provide security in the event that we can't figure out what's happening by tonight. We want to make sure that we keep your son safe.
Yeah. I don't have much information myself. All I know is, like the other parents here in town, they're dealing with the grief of losing their children.
I'm sure, yes.
All that's been found by the windows, as I'm sure you're aware, is this black gooey tar.
Mm-hmm. Yes, one of my companions is going to take samples of it and see what we can find out.
No one has touched the stuff since. We've left it. Stay put. No one is...
That good idea.
I've been doing what I can, sitting in my son's room every night, falling asleep in the chair in there. I haven't seen anything or heard anything. Whatever it is, it's quiet and it can move around unseen, should it wish to be.
That's very good to know.
And there are people in town who believe it came from the deep swamps. Because where else could it come from?
That makes sense. I do magic myself. I have at least one spell that can detect intruders within a certain location. So I'll be setting that. With your permission, I can set that up around your son's room.
I would appreciate that. Yes, this thing, whatever it is, whenever it's come to town, it hasn't woken up a single person, hasn't broken any windows. Even if the windows are being locked, they're being opened.
It does open the windows, though.
The windows have been left open. Every time a child has gone missing, the windows have been found left open. And the tarry substance has been on the window sills.
I see, all right. So that
But
does...
yes, even windows that have been locked have been opened. And there was and we investigated the locks. There was no tampering with the locks.
Mm-hmm. Well, that does rule out teleportation then, which is good. That would mean they would have to pass the perimeter that I'd be setting up, and it would set off the spell.
How soon would you need to get started?
If it would make you feel better, I can get that set up right away, and I can stay in the area. I just need a chair, and then
like I said, every night. It's when night falls. It happens, and it's about mid-afternoon right now. So we have it's fall, so nightfall will be at 7. We have about 5 hours of sun left.
All right. The Baron's assistant said that it was every 3 days.
Yes, the last one was 3 days ago.
All right.
I fucked up my words.
Oh, okay.
He's like, yeah.
I was like, is that a clue?
It's like, yeah, every 3 days a child has gone missing. My son's the last one in town, and it's the 3rd day since.
I see.
So I'm a little on edge.
Understandably so, sir. I'll get that. I'll get that set up right now,
Right.
and then I just have to refresh it every 8 hours. So 3 hours after sundown, basically, I'll just need to cast it again very quickly. But
And
I can
you
cast
said-
it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I can cast it again before it's up, so there shouldn't be any gap in coverage.
And you said you're with the adventurers. There's how many of you?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, myself included.
Would you all be comfortable? Well, I only have 2 rooms in my house. Would you be camping? Would you be setting up outside the house, or?
We do have we have camping gear, so we can set up some of us in the house and some of us just outside the window, if that would work for you.
As you can see, it's a little hard to camp in town because without off the walkways, it's just deep marshland.
Oh, that's right.
But I'm sure you could hide in the numerous alleys around my house, and
We'll figure something out tonight. When they come in, they'll be meeting me here later after they've gathered their information and spoken with another friend of ours about some other matters we need to look into. For right now, though, I'll get my spell set up and I'll familiarize myself with the area, and then I'll just if you have a place for me to sit, I can busy myself with my books while
Of course.
we wait for sundown.
And he leads you into the house, brings his son with. And yeah, it's a pretty modest little home. There's the dining room immediately through the front entrance is the dining area with a fireplace that is currently not lit, table, 2 chairs, like again, very basic. There's no like upholstery, there's no carpets, there's none of that. And he leads you to the bedroom immediately to the right of the entryway. Says, well, this is my son's room. The bed is nestled right against the window. You can see the window is locked all to shit. And the only thing in the room, there's a chair right beside the bed, where you can see some blankets have been scattered, and that's about it.
Let's talk about the positioning of the bed here. I noticed that it's directly beneath the window.
Yes,
Perhaps that's not a good place for it.
I would agree.
Would you like to just move that to the other side of the room so we can get a better?
Yeah.
Yes, I can help with
Grabs.
that. Well, there we go. All right. And then I will get set up ritually casting alarm, and let me double check the radius on that. 20-foot cube. Is that 20? I think it's 20 feet on a side. So would that be the entire house?
Wait, how much
Imagine
is
the
it?
house.
How much is it per side?
20 feet. I imagine the houses are pretty small. So
No, this house is like, it wouldn't be the whole house.
okay.
Yeah.
Then I will get.
It'd be big enough, 20 feet on a side, to do 5, 10, 15, 20, to do the entirety of the kid's bedroom.
Just the bed. Oh, so it's a 20-foot by 20-foot bedroom.
5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 by about 20.
Damn, that is a big bedroom. All right.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
So I'm like looking around my bedroom, I'm like, this blacksmith's kid's got a
Lucky-ass
bigger bedroom than I do. Okay, then I will. Yeah, I'll set it up. Basically, centered on, like, or not centered on, but making sure it covers the window,
Okay.
especially, and
Sure.
then the rest of the room. Can I hit the window and the door basically?
Oh yeah, easily.
And I will make it a mental alarm for myself,
Okay.
which wakes me up from sleep, and I will designate party members as party members as exceptions to it. Let's see. Touchers enter the warded area. Yeah, okay. Designated areas. I can designate people that won't set it off. I'll designate the members of the Faust and Furious.
Mm-hmm.
I will not designate the dad or the son.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
so it'll just send me a little ping every time they enter and exit
Okay.
the room. In the event that like the kids get ensorcelled into leaving or something like
okay,
that, I
cool.
want to know if he gets up and leaves.
As you're doing this, Dad's kind of like watching from the doorway, and the kid's going, "That's cool."
Oh, thank you. Yes, this is a bit of magic I learned, so this is going to help keep you safe.
I hope so.
Certainly will do my best.
Why weren't you here to keep my friends safe?
Well, unfortunately, we only recently heard about this, so we came here as fast as we could.
Well, I'm glad you're here now.
I am too.
The dad says, once things get down to business, if this thing does show up tonight, I'll be grabbing my kid and getting the fuck out of here.
That makes sense. I cannot blame you for that.
Just so you know.
Of course.
All right. And he takes his son to the table, and they just kind of sit at the table in the dining room and just start eating their lunch.
All right, I'll sit down. I'm gonna sit down and start transcribing. Now I'll start transcribing spells.
In the chair by the bed, or where the bed was?
Yeah,
Sure. Cool.
I'll do. Yeah, I'll only do it
Plonk.
like while it's still light out. So
Yeah, it's like 2:00, so
Yeah.
All right. Druck and Quoin. You can easily find buildings. You just look around at the windowsills. You can easily, like, not even like 5 minutes into your walk, you find a building that has just black tarry goo just plastered all over the windowsill.
Great. Druck is going to use. Well, he's going to take a couple things. He's gonna first take a spare bit of wood and touch it to it.
It's just like tarry goo. Just.
And he's gonna use that to kind of get it into the flask.
Okay, cool. Give me a nature check when you see this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 13.
This goo looks a little familiar. You've seen similar tarry goo left on surfaces in the forest, but you just don't know what it comes from, but you've seen it in places before.
And he'll smell it.
It smells like tar mixed with spawn.
Spawn?
Yeah,
What do you, I don't know what you mean.
like fish spawn, frog spawn.
Oh, like that gloopy,
Yeah,
the gloopy
Kinda
stuff that
smells like
comes
that
off,
little-
like the mucus.
yeah. It smells like mucusy,
Okay.
but also kind of like fishy.
Okay.
Do you think that's enough?
I think yes.
All right. If we're planning on watching overnight, we should probably get rest before the sun goes down.
Yes.
All right, let's head back.
And then Kenna and Dawn, you're going to the tavern.
Hell yeah!
All right.
Ready for Thranazar to fucking kill Dawn.
Yes. The tavern.
Power kill.
The tavern is a single-story building of timber walls caked in moss and algae from the marshland. Like all these buildings, the exterior walls that face the marshland just get caked in algae and shit. The building appears slightly sloped, like on a little bit of an angle. There's a fence around the back built into the marshlands, which appears to be some sort of oyster farm. Near the front of the tavern is a hitching post, where you recognize the familiar form of Der Buell. But the cart doesn't appear to be here. Der Buell, seeing Kenna, not recognizing Dawn, looks at Kenna and goes, "Meow, meow."
Aw, hey there, buddy. Did you miss us? I'm gonna give him a scratch behind the ears.
Yeah.
Sorry we left you behind.
Well, I'll be fucked. You all seem like you could use a good pick-me-up, eh? The swamp roads give you grief, huh? Standing there is a copperish-skinned elf with a sleeveless maroon-colored coat. Leans against the wall adjacent to the door of the tavern. The glint from an array of bottles, vials, and daggers can be seen inside the coat. The coat is open, so like they're wearing it open, not buttoned up or anything, which reveals their slightly scrawny form but defined ab muscles. The elf has a somewhat pointed little black beard and black hair streaked with a thin strand of hair that is copper in color and is styled into a small, slicked-back pompadour. The elf opens his coat to reveal the interior, not a flasher, and you can see numerous colored bottles with bright, colorful liquids, vials containing strange powders, and an assortment of well-crafted knives. The knives are mine, but everything else is fair game. Anything tickle your fancy? I've got your phoric dust, uncle's ear for a little bit of a high among other things, if that's your vice. If you're looking for poisons, however, well, I can do that too.
How much for a serving of euphoric dust?
150 gold per dose.
Oh, you
I've got uncle's ear, dreamweed. I've got serpent venom, crawler mucus, essence of ether, midnight tears, and purple worm poison.
I see, good man. I like what you're selling, but what else are you selling that we could buy that you're not so privy to the public?
That's it.
That was like all contraband type stuff.
Yep.
None of that is privy to the public.
Nope.
Yeah. He saw us and was like, "These guys have done drugs before."
So have you done euphoric stuff before?
Yeah.
Have you ever done uncle's ear?
Can't say that I have.
He produces like this little vial that's got like not a little vial but a big vial that's got beige shriveled mushrooms inside that resemble the ear of an elderly man. If one consumes one of these mushrooms, all I'll say is you see an array of shifting vibrant colors, and some good things happen.
Are there any negative side effects?
You might have a bad trip.
That's it.
Sort of.
How much
You'll
for
feel
that?
like you're sick if you have a bad trip.
How much for one of those?
250 gold per mushroom.
Per mushroom. Oh, my good sir. How much for the whole vial?
There's 6 of them in here, so do the math.
That's 1,200 gold, Don. Are you
That's
sure?
1,500 gold.
Oh, it's 250. I only heard the 200. I was like,
1,500
nope.
gold for all 6 mushrooms. I also have Dreamweed. If you're interested in that as well.
Dreamweed. I haven't tried that one personally, but what could you tell me about it?
Pulls out another vial containing a dried crimson-colored plant that's kind of been reduced to a powder. If you smoke a dose of this, you fall asleep immediately into a deep slumber. And you can basically get the benefits of an 8-hour sleep in 1 hour. So basically, long rest you can get a long rest in an hour. You wake up feeling invigorated, but sometimes if it doesn't hit you too well, you're going to feel incredibly groggy and sluggish for an entire day, most likely. Basically, you'll be under the effects of the slow spell for 8 hours until you gain... you'll be under the effects of the slow spell until you can complete a full 8-hour rest.
That's awesome. Holy
real
shit.
bad.
So, reward. Long rest in an hour. But negative if you don't succeed on the save when you wake up. You're under the effects of a slow spell until you can get an actual long rest. He's like, so that's Dreamweed. It's 500 gold per dose. Uncle's Ear, 250 gold per mushroom. Euphoric's Dust, 150 gold per dose. And I got my poisons, but
What was the Dreamweed again? The price for that?
500 gold per dose, and I've only got 2 doses. You need a pipe to smoke it out
Are you gonna be in
of?
town? Are you gonna be in town for a little while?
No, I drift.
Where are you drifting to next?
None of
my
your
good
fucking
sir?
business.
Well, what if we need some?
If you were a friend of mine, I could tell you, but you're not a customer, so I can't tell you.
You know what? Give me a serving of the euphoric dust and we'll call that a day.
Alright, 150 gold.
It's eating out of my rent, but whatever.
I gotta say, I like that pompadour style on you.
Thanks.
I wish I could still have hair.
Alright. So he gives you a little dose of euphoric dust. Will that be everything?
I think that's all for now.
Alright.
That uncle's ear. Would you go any lower on it, my good sir? Maybe 200?
If you were a regular customer, most likely.
What gets you to be a regular customer around these parts?
Being a regular customer. Buying stuff. Regularly.
Right now, Don's like, what's the cheapest thing I can buy?
Developing a rapport is generally how you do it. You see, this stuff isn't exactly legal.
Oh, my good sir. Me and my friend Dennis know all about
If you
that.
got caught buying this stuff, that could be troublesome. I offer a discreet service.
I do like discretion.
Alright, then are you going to buy anything?
I'd like one of those uncle's ears.
Alright, he gives you one of the mushrooms. 250 gold, please.
Little pouch. Puts it in his hand and just kind of like, you know how like they'll like cup it like that.
Alright, how about I tell you the full effects of this thing now?
I'd like that.
Now that you've paid for it. No. Mechanics. If a creature consumes one of these mushrooms, they must succeed on a DC 13 con save. On a success, they see the world in an array of shifting, vibrant colors. As their pupils triple in size, they gain a plus 10 to all perception checks based on sight for the next 8 hours. On a failure, the creature has an incredibly harsh trip and sees awful hallucinations, like they're witnessing their own nightmares in reality, and is considered poisoned for the next 8 hours.
Oh, that's cool.
You just eat that. Alright, I think that's all of it for all of you, yes?
I just had one more question for you.
Alright.
Has business been any easier since the soldiers vacated the area?
Not particularly. Illmarsh has always been a kind of crime-riddled settlement, so... Lots of break-ins and robbings and stealing and stuff. Kidnappings are new, but that's about it.
You wouldn't happen to know anything through your travels to get here? Haven't seen anything strange or out of the ordinary?
I might. For a price.
What's your price?
50 gold.
You know,
Don, give him the money.
No, but
Give him
Don's gonna get a little close, like a little uncomfortably close, and be like, "Come on, we're turning into regular customers. Wouldn't you want to keep regular customers happy?" And he's trying to intimidate him just a little bit.
Can
Intimidation.
Don even do drugs?
It's like Don is just like this skeletal thing going. I'm just imagining like.
Y'all ever heard of the confession skeleton?
Hi. Wouldn't you like to go a little bit lower on those prices? Like right up in
First,
his
the kids start off with
All right,
marijuana.
so here's
See
the
if that
thing.
has any kick.
So here's the thing. I've grown up in circles that are far more intimidating than you are. So... $50 gold for truth. 50 gold for your answer. I assassinate people. So,
Oh, that's good to know.
this is just a side gig.
How much do you charge for your assassinations?
1,000 gold.
That's a pretty good deal.
The price goes up based on the complexity.
So we can
Um, you-
specify any specific kind of, if we want poison, if we want to make it a spectacle.
Yeah, of course. You'd have to contact my organization, though.
Who's your organization?
I'd let you know if you're more close.
I'm pretty sure from talking about killing a man, woman, child, whatever, I think we're close enough. And Don's gonna chuck him the 50 gold.
Alright. Not a fucking clue. And then cast invisibility. Gone.
Fucking bastard! I was just gonna ask him his name!
If you ever want to do business again, just ask for Biro.
Oh, sick.
Beiro. Just fucking
B-E-I-R.
swindled. Oh, yes.
That was a good one.
But yeah, the elf takes your shit, picks your money, leaves.
Man, if there was a guy to do insight checks on, that would have been the one.
Yeah.
And he's
I
Did
want
he-
to do an intimidation check.
Did
Long
he
gone.
just shout we got swindled? While
He
invisible?
didn't get swindled, my good Kenna. It's the price of doing business.
50 gold for information. He said, don't got any.
You gotta give it to him.
Anyways, yeah, there you go. You're at the tavern.
Don's just gonna, get that illegal substances nice and tucked
Right.
away.
Don't forget to mark off the 50 gold he just lost.
Yeah, I chucked that at him. Fucker.
Alright, going into the tavern.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
gonna go in.
The interior of the tavern is slightly dark, with a single fireplace filled with embers providing an extremely dim light. Only 4 tables are scattered about the floor, with 4 wooden stools set at each table. The walls are slightly mossy, and the lone window on the northern wall is covered in a thin layer of grime. The interior floor seems to slope to a slight angle, so it's a bit of an annoying time walking around here. And you can imagine it's a nightmare if you're drunk. Mounted on the wall above the bar is the head of an onkeg, which everyone in the party has fought before, minus Dawn. Behind the bar is a thin, gaunt-looking drow wearing a gray tunic and stained brown apron. They're bald and appear androgynous. The tavern is devoid of any customers, aside from a lone illithid in a long black coat, with a shirt of mithril underneath, a wide-brimmed black hat, and a staff set with a blue orb that floats an inch above the staff, which is leaning up against the wall he sat beside.
I'm gonna approach the table.
Okay.
Just kind of knock to grab his attention.
Illithid looks.
And I'm just gonna say Dax says hi to him in Undercommon.
Interesting. So, he just sees 2 of you. So, in our initial conversation, you said Dax was dead. Do you have proof?
Technically.
Mostly dead is still technically alive, my good sir.
You must be Dawn. Do you have proof?
Yes, thank you.
I've been
No.
I've been communicating with them, so I'm very curious. You mentioned that parents' names is proof that I can trust you all, but that knowledge can be easily discovered by the simplest of spells.
I mean, our friend who's over protecting the house of the last child in town has a ring which has Dax's soul trapped inside of it.
Well, then I guess our conversation will wait until they arrive.
Well, my good sir, you are one with the brains here, right? You know, you get inside people's brains one way or another.
Not without consent.
With consent, my good sir, if you want to rummage around in here, what's left? Gives like a knock.
I think I'm good.
I have spoken to Dax. I have put that ring on, and that was quite the story. You can tell that if you want to know if I'm telling the truth or not.
Stands up. Let's just see here. Do not have the spell prepared today.
That's a grand shame.
I guess we're waiting for the ring to arrive.
Yeah, depends on how patient you want to be. We're kind of, preparing to combat a mysterious child-napping creature tonight.
Well, I am here to return something of yours, which I have done. And honestly,
It is much appreciated.
I won't be here long.
Hey, Don, you want to send a message to Ben, see if he can head over here for a minute?
Yeah, and, Dawn pulls out their handy-dandy, spell book and just fumbles around with it. Then. Thranazart is here and wants the proof of the pudding. Please come. XOXO, Dawn.
"20 words to respond, right?
25.
25?
25, okay. That's fine. I'd rather stay and not leave the child unattended. One of you can come get it from me."
Tell him I'll head over there.
Kenna's going to head over. Should Thranazart touch the ring?
Oh, right. Evil thing was able to overhear ring conversations and speak into it. So warn him and be very careful.
As this is happening, Dawn is showing Thranduil the words that are appearing on the book. Because as they write, it'll appear.
Alright, fair enough. Fetch the ring. I shall wait.
Alright. Dawn, you behave yourself. Don't cause too much trouble.
Well, my Thranduil, my good buddy here, hasn't killed me yet. Ho ho ho!
Yet.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dawn were missing when I got back.
Well, I
And
don't
I
think
walk
he has a
out.
bone to pick with me.
And I head to the blacksmith's house.
Okay. As you leave, you see Druck and Quoin approach.
Great, you can keep an eye on Dawn, make sure he doesn't break anything. I'm headed to the blacksmith house. Did you guys find anything?
We got it. It's right here.
That's disgusting.
When Druck sloshes it around, it looks like there's little wisps of shadow that come off of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool, but
Is Ven
Hey.
alright? You said you were going to meet him.
yeah, I'm just picking up the ring for proof. Thranduil's inside, so. And Ven doesn't want to leave the kid defenseless.
We have rooms, lodging.
It depends on what Ven says. We'll find out soon enough. You can ask about lodging in the tavern if you'd like.
When you're in the tavern, it's a single-story building. There were no lodgings, so. And
Alright.
I should say, and also your time passing through Illmarsh, there's actually no inns in Illmarsh because nobody really wants to come
Right.
here.
I may try to sleep ahead of time to keep eyes open during the night.
Right. Oh, Druck. I also picked up some more of that dust.
You see him like for a moment not know what you're talking about and then blink and then you see his eyes kind of light up.
Oh. Alright, not tonight, right?
Probably not tonight. Probably on a night
Sure.
when we're not in the middle of something like this.
Right.
We need to be on our A game.
See you.
See ya. And I'm gonna head to the
He's
blacksmith.
more like high five
Okay.
as he walks by.
Alright. Druck and Quoin in the tavern, you see Dawn with Thranduil in like the back corner. Nobody else in the tavern, just the barkeep.
So how did you meet, this fine young, gentle person, Dax?
Once I can trust you and your friends, I would gladly tell you.
Upon entering, Druck walks in, looks over.
I remember you.
I don't remember you.
Festival. You were with ducks.
Ah,
We'll go like pull up a seat, put the cup down.
looks at it. Right. Can I
Oh, I
assist
don't-
you?
No, I don't plan on drinking. We're investigating disappearances of children in the area.
Oh, right, yes.
How are you?
Annoyed.
I hear you annoyed.
Looks at Dawn.
Yeah, this has already gone super downhill for like usual with most of Druck's conversations. So he just kind of sits there and waits.
I am
So,
waiting for information and proof that I can trust you all.
So at the moment, you only trust us as far as you can throw us.
No, less than that.
Fair enough. I must say, I do like your garments, sir.
Thank you.
Your staff. Look at us twinning here.
Right. How far away was your friend that has this ring?
He's in town. He's,
in town. But
yes.
anyway, Dax spoke of you a lot, spoke very highly. When we were in this, you could say lair, she mentioned you helping her figure out about this booby person, booby.
This lair, after you left it, did you specifically, looking at you, speak with Dax telepathically?
I do not think so.
Well, then I think I can trust you at least.
Trust. All right.
So, your friends say Dax is inside a ring of mind shielding, yes?
Yes. The brain ring. Yes.
Where was Dax before that happened? And when he speaks, it's purely telepathically. I forgot to mention. Yeah, because he's a mind flayer.
Yeah, he just seemed just kind of like be a little unnerved by it, but
we were in town. We heard she was, or they were, in a temple of sorts. There was, yes, strange things in the basement of that temple, but did not seem connected.
When you all went into the lair, the hive, how far in did things start getting uncomfortable and unsafe and
Right
strange?
away.
I told Dax to retreat if things got bad and unsafe and strange.
It was pretty much right away. We saw a strange mind flare, realistic, I mean, that, looked peculiar. Much different.
and he'll kind of try to explain like
Yeah.
how it was different.
He raises a hand and he starts conjuring an illusion, and he conjures somewhat of a similar looking illithid, like the
Yes.
gangling vamp. Yeah. There were experiments in the Underdark before I fled about making certain mind flayers vampiric. That was most likely one of them.
Well, our group had a rough go of that one.
And he persisted even after I warned Dax not to.
She does not speak to us much about things that are discussed between you two.
Did Dax ever share the contents of our previous letter?
She shared one letter, but it was before shit went down.
Here's what I told Dax in our last conversation. Doesn't conjure the letter. They mentioned you went through a door in the hive.
Yes, door.
I mentioned the door should have been avoided at all costs. This was after they contacted me, after you left the hive. I gave them information on the entity you have gotten yourselves embroiled with. I mentioned that it was troublesome that the nautiloid was repaired, and the illithid that were looking to have it repaired, that were loyal to him, it was problematic and not great and troublesome that they returned to him with the nautiloid technology. I would have ordered it destroyed.
It was a tough situation.
Before everything happened, I also told Dax about the phrase that they spoke into the mind of a certain individual in Varanmore that caused this attack I have heard about. This connection erases any semblance of who that person was before, and completely act upon the will of the Underking as he devoured their mind and consciousness. I told Dax they are most assuredly part of the hive mind, as is anyone who spoke to Dax telepathically, including through the ring of mind shielding. Meaning if anyone in your party has spoken to Dax while Dax has been inside the ring, they are also connected to the Underking now.
Okay.
Once you are part of this hive mind, he has the ability to possibly dominate your mind at any given moment with or without protection.
So it's good that Van did not come here.
The illithid of Coral Cove fled Coral Cove after learning of this incident, because Dax has intimate knowledge of Coral Cove, and the Underking would definitely seek to find the location of Coral Cove to dominate the illithid that fled his influence in the first place. So the illithid of Coral Cove are alive, but nowhere, but I will not reveal the location.
Some of this stuff is getting lost on him, and reflexively, with the tankard, the flask in his hand, he starts to go to drink, and it's just like, "Urgh."
That all sounds very bad.
It's incredibly bad. But when the rest of your group get here, if they even get here, I can answer any questions they may have.
Thinking back, would I remember if Kenna had put on the ring to talk? They had?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it
getting
was like right at the
spicy.
end.
Yeah.
It was right at the end of that episode
Yep.
before we went on a hiatus.
Yeah.
Kenna had used the ring as well.
Then they
So
are
we-
most likely connected to the hive mind as well.
How do we proceed? How do we protect them and ourselves?
Kill the Underking.
Well,
At this point, it's the only step. Whenever you're all ready to go kill the Underking, I shall tag along. You will need someone with knowledge of the Underdark. I advise no one speak to the ring beyond this point, until the connection is severed.
good. Yes.
And the thing is, I have been communicating with Dax. I have heard their voice in my mind. If Dax has undergone ceramorphosis into an illithid, it would not be their voice I'm hearing.
I don't know
So,
what to say. Well, you might be talking to the wrong bugbear on this one. Much of this is beyond my knowledge.
again, whenever your friends are ready to sever this connection that a few of them, I imagine, have placed upon themselves, let me know. And at this point, Kenna would arrive at the blacksmith's house.
Hello? I'm a friend of Vin's.
Oh, yes.
Came to grab something from him.
Come in.
Hey, I'm a member of the Faust and the Furious.
That's good. He's in the bedroom, messing about with a spell book.
Thanks. I'll just go in.
Okay. You can see Vin.
Hey, Vin.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
Hey, came to just grab the ring and head back. You got
yes, yes, yes.
anything update?
It's been like 2 hours, so whatever you can do in 2 hours, you could have done by now.
Okay, I think which one was I doing? I need 1 more hour because I'm gonna do mass healing word.
Alright, that'll bring us to 5 p.m.
Okay, so I'm still 1 hour left on that one. Yes, here's the ring. I give it to Kenna wrapped in the handkerchief.
Thank you.
Let Thranazar know that last time I spoke to Dax with it, the Underking or whatever he's called, intruded on the conversation.
I don't think he's gonna like that very much.
Oh no, probably. I didn't like it either.
I mean, it's hard enough with Dawn just speaking in your head sometimes. You don't want a complete stranger speaking in your head. That's just rude.
The ring
Mhm.
was.
I recommend.
The ring was put in a lead jewelry box.
Oh, that's right. It's in the lead.
Box.
Yes,
That's
it's in the
right.
lead jewelry box.
I've got
yes.
the box.
Forgot about the. Yes, it was a box, not a handkerchief. Yeah, I hand them the ring in a box.
Okay.
Does it
Ring
have
and a
some sort of like
handkerchief and a-
funky like wax seal or something?
Oh yeah, I think we did wax seal it too. There you
Alright.
go. It's in there.
Great. I'm gonna head back to the inn. Do you want us to bring you anything to eat or drink?
I should be all right. Oh, however, I was speaking to the blacksmith, and I've set up an alarm spell here. You know, the one I set up when we sleep.
Yeah.
I was planning on sticking around overnight. If we wanted to camp out around the house, we would need to find some spots, like the alleys nearby and that sort of thing, in order to, sleep around here.
Yeah. It would be beneficial to find some stable ground.
Yeah, I understand that's hard to come by around here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll head back to the inn. Probably meet back up with you here towards nightfall.
Sounds good. I'll just be here, copying things into my spell book.
All right. And they're gonna head back to the tavern.
All right. It takes you like the tavern is like a couple blocks away, so like 10 minutes later you get to the tavern.
All right, I'm back. I'm gonna put the lead box on the table in front of Renazart.
The ring's in here.
Yeah. And Dex is in the ring.
All right. Well, I'm not going to open it if it's in a lead box.
Probably best. Oh, Vin said to tell you that the last time he talked to Dex, Ubelak kind of intruded on their conversation.
Don't say his name.
All right.
Did you speak through the ring? Did
Like
you?
once, maybe?
Yeah, definitely don't say his name. You're part of the hive mind as well.
Shit.
And as soon as
Damn it,
as
Dad.
soon as you said the name, you do feel a presence just creep into the back of your mind, and then it disappears.
Name is hard for me to say. You just say Woogie Boogie.
Yeah, let's just keep it to Oogie Boogie. Or Oogly Boogly.
I say Ooby Booby.
As I was telling a friend here, Gesture Sidorak, the only way to sever the connection that your party has with the Underking is to kill the Underking.
But isn't he like a pseudo deity almost?
So he says. But everything has a weakness. If he was as powerful as he says he is, he wouldn't be hiding in the Underdark. constantly.
You've got a point there.
He's supposedly an elder brain. Now, most of them have a set limit to where their influence can be felt, 5 miles or so from their lair. We Illithid feel that influence nearly everywhere now. Now, he even poses more of a threat, that he has most likely gained the knowledge of nautiloid construction from those you found in that astral pocket Dax spoke of.
Dax did also mention that they came to a deal, although I don't know how much I trust
I wouldn't
the
have
Underking.
I wouldn't have trusted any deal he made.
I mean, all she said was he'd leave us alone if we left him.
Regardless, the only way to stop this connection that you all have with him now, or at least the ones that have spoken through the ring, is to kill him. I will aid in that endeavor when the time comes. Your wonderful friend Dawn here can reach out, so... But from the rumors I know and have gathered, he resides in an Illithid city miles below the ground, in the Underdark. I have procured things to aid me in combating his influence, so whenever you are ready to deal with this situation, I will aid. I imagine the entrance to his city lies somewhere near the hive you found in the Forlorn Forests. You would simply need to follow the trail of creatures that have been fleeing his influence in that region. That also being said, this is a problem better dealt with sooner rather than later, before he poses a much larger threat to everyone, and hopefully before he physically dominates, psychically dominates another settlement. We don't want another Varanmur.
So, just a question, my fine friend here. Is Dax ever gonna be able to get out of that lead box and into a physical form, so I can meet this fine young person?
Now, it depends on the situation. I could be speaking with a powerful Illithid when I speak to Dax, or not entirely. My heart tells me Dax was put under the process of seramorphosis, especially given their abilities that I'm sure all of you saw. A quick process. Seramorphosis is a very quick process, and Dax has been gone for around a week now at this point, meaning the process would be complete, and Dax would now be like me, an Illithid, but under the influence of an exceedingly powerful elder brain. The Illithid who was Dax is now an entirely new being. Whatever made Dax, Dax is long gone. Personality, memories, you name it. Most mind flayers that emerge from this process undergo a period of instruction and experience that lasts approximately 20 years, usually within the confines of a secure Illithid city. However, I imagine since the Underking shares a potently powerful psychic hive mind, he can skip this stage and have new Illithids capable of their full potential immediately. That said, restoration after this stage is nigh impossible. Once they become a mind flayer, there is no body to restore them to. Their body has been shaped into something else, and that shape has a soul itself. If Dax's body has undergone seramorphosis, Dax no longer has a body to return to. But I've heard stories of a powerful spell capable of such feats. That said, if this did happen to Dax, and this is what it became of Dax, Dax is gone. Whatever of them lingers is inside that ring.
Are you saying we should hold a funeral for them, or?
That's up to you.
I am going to...
Now, to continue,
go ahead.
their soul does reside in the ring, 100%. That is Dax's soul. but the body that their soul resided in, like I said, no longer exists due to seramorphosis. The illithid that the body most likely changed into would have its own soul and the body, which is its own, no longer Dax's body, because it is an illithid body now. I would implore them to pass on and to have peace, and not remain trapped inside the ring for an eternity. That is, however, if Dax has been subjected to seramorphosis and changed. The soul in the ring indicates a high probability, and that would mean Dax is dead. The fact that Dax's soul is in the ring means Dax is dead. But this is all dependent on if Dax underwent seramorphosis. Regardless, they're dead. But the extent of which, not sure.
It was nice meeting you again, Dranazart. I must prepare for this evening.
Yes, you all have a busy night ahead of you.
And Druck is going to leave and kind of look for like the highest, or I guess, a vantage point on that window to the boys' room. That's just what his goal is going to be.
Would be the house across the marshland, like across the walkway, about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away, across from the house.
Okay. Druck will try to. Is there a tree there?
Nope, there are no trees in this place.
Oh, okay.
You have to climb up onto the adjacent house.
Okay. And are the rooftops like?
They're kind of
like this?
Yeah, kind of.
All right. I guess after an awkward conversation, I'll try to see about like setting up a spot there and then just taking a power nap
Okay.
until evening.
Threnazart looks at Dawn and Kenna. Whenever you're ready to take on the Underking, reach out.
Do you think that we need to be a little more experienced, or?
No. I'll be coming with.
Well, thank you for everything you've done and for everything you will do throughout this art.
Yes. Your cart, by the way, left your wagon at the western entrance of the town, hidden in some bushes. There was nowhere to park it in town.
So it's here.
Yeah, outside of town. To the west.
Cool.
Concealed in some bushes.
I mean, that's better than nothing.
No one will find it.
Hopefully we will. But I guess I should be taking this. We don't want you-know-who finding the new settlement.
As long as the ring stays in the box, everything should be safe.
Between Ben and I, we can keep it in the box.
And I implore you that yourself and this Ven do not speak the Underking's name.
I will give him your warning.
And if any of your friends are capable of mind blank spells and as such, I would recommend doing that.
I will keep that in mind bank.
And you see,
You see what I did there?
when he mentions that, he kind of holds onto the amulet he's wearing around his neck, or find one of these.
That was like the magical equivalent of being like, yeah, well, you know, if you're having trouble with your house, you can always stay on your yacht.
Yeah. But he's like,
the yacht that you totally own.
But he's like, but yes, once you seek out my help for this incident, I can aid as best as I can. He pulls out a scroll, reads the scroll. Come on, Thranazart, don't fuck me. And teleports.
I can say one thing, he's got stat points. Come on, Don, let's get out of here.
And definitely not a high enough caster cast teleport. He had to use his scroll.
Yeah.
So he
I mean, he
is
has
gone.
style points, but
But yeah, Druck, you can clamber up onto the house. Stealth check.
Hey.
And I forgot, this is a fell swamp, so nightfall is at like 5 o'clock here.
Then that would have changed which spell I was copying over then.
It's 30.
You hope you're hidden. Alright. You're over here.
Can I do a different spell than I had
Yeah, for sure.
said I was going to do?
For sure.
Yeah, because if I only was having 2 hours, then that makes a difference. I'll copy of a prayer of healing then.
Okay.
It's a 30.
Yep, I said hope you're hidden.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my internet went a little.
No worries. I'm just going to do that to signify that you're on a rooftop. Kind of like, I imagine you're like perched on the opposite side of the little arch, like the little crest. Okay.
So I could just barely go and see
Okay, cool.
what's happening.
Yeah, the rest of you, as you like leave the tavern, you can see the sun is setting. And Kenna, you would remember that the Fell Marshes, the sun sets here. Because of how weird it is here, like the haze and the gloom, it gets dark here 5 o'clock, like early afternoon.
Okay.
And this entire time around town, if you guys need to, you can get the benefits of a short rest. But
Sick.
like I said, you've also had the benefits of a long rest too, because the sinking bog encounter happened like a day before you got here. So everyone should be at full capacity.
I had a mechanical question real quick before we get into anything combat heavy.
Right. You also would notice,
I wouldn't.
just quick before we get anywhere else, you would notice that these walkways are too narrow for Derbuel to join in any combat. So Derbuel is most likely, safely, probably best left hitched up at the.
I'm gonna give him like a little snack,
Okay.
and say goodbye to him.
Okay.
Before we leave the tavern. But I was wondering, I can't substitute gem dust for another spell component, right?
Nope.
That's specifically.
That's critical role stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe my
Just wanted to
setting
clarify.
in a later time, but we're not there yet.
Okay. So no substituting components yet.
Nope.
Cool. And there's no magic shops in town.
Nope. This is
Most
a
likely.
nope. And night has fallen. When you guys are walking around Quoin, we'll say Quoin is kind of just like Quoin sees Druck clamber up to the roof as they're walking past. Quoin is just gonna not follow, and Quoin's actually gonna looks around. He's gonna fly up onto the house adjacent.
Oh, nice.
Actually, no. No. Quoin's gonna see the kid's bedroom, and he's actually gonna go underneath the dock and just kind of hang out under the dock. It's deep water, but Quoin's not wearing any armor, so it's good.
I'm gonna hang out at the edge of the dock, ready to wild shape into a crocodile
All right.
when I need
Well, before we get there, because you guys just left the tavern at 5 o'clock,
to.
and Druck has got where he needs to get, Quoin got where he needs to get to. Plus, you're saying goodbye to Derbuel. Then, while you're sitting in the chair, kind of finishing up your stuff, Druck, you have dark vision, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes, 60 feet.
60 feet? Okay. Give me one hot minute. Then, yeah, Ven's like in there. You can see, actually, no, you can't see Ven from where you are, Druck, because there's no window there. But, yeah, Ven's in there doing his own thing by himself.
I thought it was right inside the window.
Yeah, but where Druck is, he can't see through the window. Druck's like
Oh,
on
gotcha,
the opposite
gotcha.
house. Yeah, Druck
Gotcha,
can
gotcha.
see where the window is, but position cannot see into the window.
I see.
Yeah. All right. So
And where's the kid right now?
the dad has the kid. Like the kid is in the bed,
Okay.
but the dad is just outside the door, getting ready to
Gotcha.
grab the kid as soon as shit starts and book it.
Okay.
All right. Druck would probably see this first, kind of.
Real quick before anything happens, so I'm not metagaming.
Yeah.
We know this stuff happens. We know this stuff happens, and mage armor lasts 8 hours. So as
Yeah.
soon as I see the sun going down,
Okay.
I'm going to cast mage armor.
Right. Okay. Not a great stealth check. Fuck. These things have good stealth too. Fuck. All right, Druck, on your perch. What's your passive perception actually?
20.
Oh, okay, yeah. Coming from the east, just like they said, out of the swamps, kind of skimming along the surface of the water, you see a mass of like shadow and flesh, like a hybrid, just like coalescing on the edge of the swamp. And it kind of gets to the dock. And as it gets to the dock near the bedroom window, then you also see, like outside the window, this massive shadow and flesh kind of coalescing before it starts to take on an enormous and vile humanoid shape, resembling a bipedal toad. It stands about 10 feet tall, a large, just like big pouch under its neck, a big pot belly, a big gaping maw filled with sharp teeth, and two big yellow eyes as it looks through the window. And as soon as the dad sees
Truck
it,
is firing.
Yep. So we're gonna pick up
How did no one see this before?
because it rolled really good on stealth checks usually, and these are just commoners that live here.
Yes, yeah.
So we'll pick up with initiative. After a break, I'll move everyone over to the
Nice.
battle map. Where your tokens
Oh,
are
boy.
are where you would be when this all goes down.
That's awesome. Oh my god. Good timing for a break too.
So we're back here in a few minutes to fight this big old toad thing.
Nice.
Roll 20, Justin?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
See you soon. Hello, everybody. We're back fighting a big creepy toad thing. Everybody roll initiative. Quoin got a 6 total. Means that I rolled a nat 1 for Quoin. Druck, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
Yeah.
Man, Kenna.
Fuck.
I got a. Sorry, let me double check. I suck. Sorry. I put my dice away because I'm moving, and so I can't. I'm just gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay. Ven.
Also 12.
Okay. Dawn.
16, my good sir.
Okay. Well, to be fair, Druck rolled a really good stealth check, so the creature does not know Druck's up there yet. This thing does go first, though. Ven. You know what? For the sake of things, Ven, roll me a stealth check. You're kind of sitting.
All right.
You're kind of sitting like away from the window.
I just hear it come up and I just freeze.
Yeah.
All right, okay, all right. That might do it. That might, maybe we never know. How's a 13?
You hope you're hidden.
Yep.
And you watch as
Vision is based on movement.
you watch as you're looking at it. Oh, that makes sense as to why the windows are never broken. It magically coalesces into shadow and appears in the chamber.
I'm guessing my alarm starts going off.
Yeah, in your head, and it's going to use its action too. The dad is already I rolled really good for the dad's stealth, so he's already got the kid out of the room, and it's the bed moved, so yeah, it would teleport actually over to here, and it's currently just rifling through the bed. And that's action to just search through the bed, and then just goes. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Bringing us to Dawn. Dawn and Kenna have no idea what's happening.
I guess we're gonna keep casually just walking.
But based on your
towards the blacksmith house.
angle, you can see Druck kind of perched on the roof over here, crossbow aimed. So you can definitely tell something's going on in this vicinity.
It's kind of like, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Each square's 5 feet. Dawn, you're up.
Let's see. So obviously there's no windows on this side. It was only over yonder.
Yeah.
But there's a door here. Let's hope it's not barricaded. We gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I should probably just use my action to dash unless... What does double check that?
Ven knows. Well, Druck would see why. Also, this thing isn't making any noise when it sneaks in. It can.
And then I'm gonna use my action to just dash.
Okay.
20, 25, 30. I guess that's all I can do.
Alrighty. Kinda. Dawn starts poking it.
Seeing Druck in action mode, I'm going to wild shape into a crocodile.
Okay.
And swim under houses, kind of 30 feet towards
Cool.
where Quoin is.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Ven.
Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. I'm going to. I'm alone in here
It
with
is-
it. So I'm gonna.
You rolled just above its passive perception,
Oh my god.
so it does not see you. It's just rifling through the bed,
Okay.
which was moved.
Right. Okay. All right. So it doesn't see me. I think I got it.
It's like within 5 feet of you.
I know. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go with Armor of Agathis
Okay.
as my action.
Does that have vocal components?
Yeah, it does. I
So it's-
assumed it was gonna find
so
me
as soon
eventually,
as you
but
cast Armor of Agathis, it's just like.
hello. And I don't have anything else I can do with a bonus action, so I'll get out of the chair.
Okay. Is that it?
Slowly stand up. Yes.
Okay. Druck. It teleported into the room.
Yeah.
That's
God,
rough-
I was
that's rough,
just
buddy.
like, fire, fire, fire! Damn it. Yeah. Oh man. I don't even.
If you just, and also just for like your awareness, you're 15 feet up on the roof.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully people bring it outside because this isn't this is not ideal. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold fire until I see it again.
Okay. Quoin is gonna leap up onto the dock from underneath. The window is closed and locked. Oh man, what can Quoin do at this point? Oh, Hunter's Mark. Second level Hunter's Mark. Boom. On it, as you can see it through the window. So he's gonna bonus action cast second level Hunter's Mark on it. I have put the Hunter's Mark on it. It's through the window. Just shout out so everybody can hear. And then yeah, it's a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark, I believe. Yep. An action. He's going to pick the lock on the window so he can clamber in. Or would he go around? It's too much movement. It's a lot of movement to go around. Yeah, he's going to try to pick the lock. Let's go. 18. Picks the lock and I'll say movement to get in through the window.
Quoin is so good at picking locks.
So Quoin comes
God.
in and Quoin's going to get within melee. Oh, hold on, actually. To get up onto the dock is 5 feet of movement. 10, 15, 20, 25. Nice. Quoin gets within melee of this big old toad. Creepy toad thing. Back to the top to the toad thing. Turns around. And is gonna... Tongue's gonna lash out at Ven.
Oh dear.
Tongue attack. For a 17 to hit.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Even with mage armor?
Yeah.
Okay. So the tongue...
Mage armor brings me up to a 15.
Okay, so the tongue, it hits you in the chest. It's sticky.
Oh dear.
You take... I rolled really good for damage.
Oh boy.
You take 15 necrotic.
Whoa. Does that count as a melee attack?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so he takes 10 cold damage.
Alrighty. Cool.
The armor all entirely shatters, and 5 of that gets through to me.
Okay, so you take 5 damage then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it does not appear resistant to cold. It goes as it gets hit by the ice shards. However, I need you to make a strength saving throw, Ven.
Oh, I'm great at those,
Yes.
he said with sarcasm in his voice.
As the tongue sticks to your chest.
8.
8. You're pulled within 5 feet, which you're already within 5 feet, but it pulls you closer, and because it did that, it can make a bonus action bite attack against you to try to swallow you.
Oh dear. Oh no.
You're a Cardi B.
Oh wait, hold on, no. Never mind, that's not how it works yet. It's just gonna go for a bite attack and try to hold you in its pouch mouth before swallowing you.
I see.
So it's like, and then it pulls you close. Bite attack, 14.
Miss.
So it's like,
Mage armor.
yeah, it's just like, it's like. All right, Dawn.
Well, I need to be able to see this fucker, so. Okay, it is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Bless your soul. 60 would get me here if I use my action to dash. If I was here, would I be able to peek around the corner at all? Would I be
Yeah.
able to see any sort of blob here?
Yeah.
Like if I was right there.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's what we'll do. So yeah, I'm gonna use my... I'm gonna go like the 30 feet, and then I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Okay.
So I would get to here.
Yep. So that's your movement and action.
Here-ish.
Where were you?
I was right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10.
Yeah, you'd get to right where you were. You'd be right here.
Cool. And
That's all your
then,
movement.
yeah, we just hoping for the best.
Yeah, you can't really see him from there. Canna.
I'm just gonna. These houses, their foundations aren't solid all the way to the ground. They're
No.
supported by pylons.
They just float.
Probably.
They just float on the surface. There's
They
nothing
just
actually
float?
supporting them. Yeah.
Great. Then in that case, I'm gonna swim under this house to about right here for my full movement of 60 feet as a crocodile.
Okay. You need a dash as an action, or is it?
That was my action.
Oh, right. They don't have a swim speed. of
It only
60
has a
feet.
30-foot swim speed.
Right. Then.
Oh dear. All right. Oh boy. Okay. It still has me like grabbed, right?
No.
Oh no, the tongue let go.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, let's go with a spiritual weapon.
Sure.
We're gonna put that, if I can, like right into the corner, to the upper left corner, like on the other side from me.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Let's have that make an attack.
Okay.
So, oops, not cast that as a third level spell. All right. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Yeah. For 9 points of radiant damage, or force damage. Sorry.
All right. This big radiant
And-
greatsword just.
And then sacred flame from above. Dex save.
Yep. 11.
That fails. DC's 15. For another 5 points of radiant damage.
All right. Cool.
And that'll be my turn. I'm not going to risk that attack of opportunity, so I'm going to stick right here.
Druck. You're muted. Think you're muted, buddy.
Thank you. Definitely saw this thing come in from the east.
Yep.
Wait, and that's east on this map.
Yeah, like
correct?
like it rolled in from the east,
Okay.
like far from the far east.
Yeah. Can he maintain his stealth and just kind of move for a little bit?
Yeah, you haven't done it.
better of
Yeah,
a vantage.
yeah, you haven't done anything that would like reveal your position. So
Yeah, he's just gonna prepare for it to catch it if it decides to run away, and he's just gonna keep holding that turn. He's also gonna maybe do a peek, see where that blacksmith went.
oh right, yeah, I should put those guys on the map somewhere. I don't have tokens for them. There they are. You know what? Blacksmith and his son. We're gonna use a Crown's Guard token.
Okay.
Are like they've been moving 30 feet a turn, so it'd be because he's bringing his kid, so he can't dash with his kid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right there. Just exiting the house, basically.
Okay. All right. He's gonna keep an eye on them as well in case it decides to go one way or the other.
All right. Quoin is going to swing the Platinum Fader Schwert twice. 14 on the first one, which misses. Second one, even lower. Well, at least Hunter's Mark is up. Yep. Top of the turn. The toad. Excuse me, everyone. Coalesces into shadow.
Oh dear.
Bonus action. Drops right here behind Dawn. And then 5, 10. Starts chasing out the house after the family. Dawn, you can get an attack of opportunity if you want. Go for your held action first.
I would like an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
All right.
Would my boomerang count?
Oh
I
no!
don't think you can use ranged weapons as attacks of opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
Drek, you had advantage on that, by the way.
Yeah, I rolled with advantage.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 2 and a 3. It teetered on the edge of the natural 20.
Oh.
So what'd you
Anyway.
What would that be total? What'd you get total?
12.
Oh, that misses. Yeah, into the
Yeah.
into the water. Dawn, what are you
As
doing?
they're going by with their sneaky fingers, the attack of opportunity, 16 to hit with the dagger.
That hits.
Oh shit, that hits!
Yep.
Dawn's like, oh no, young man, you do not get by me, and that is 5 damage.
All right, 5 damage. It gets up to the man and his kid, though. So we're gonna go for a tongue attack on the dad to get him out of the way, because the dad's kind of like covering the kid. That hits the dad.
Oh.
10 necrotic damage to Daddy-O. Okay. Alright. I said how much? 10 necrotic damage to Daddy-O. Daddy-O's still up. Strength saving throw for the blacksmith. Fails. So he's pulled within 5 feet. He's already there. Bonus action bite attack against the dad. Oh, he already uses bonus action to teleport, so we can't do a bonus action bite attack. Cool. Dawn.
So anyways, I started blasting them.
Mm-hmm.
So you just, oh, no one would see this except for the dad and the kid. You just kind of,
Yeah. Ven's like kind of behind a door.
Mm-hmm.
kind of describe it anyhow.
Yeah.
So you would just see Dawn just kind of flip their coat, and their 2 hands, or the one hand, pops up, and for some reason their hand now looks like almost like a bone spectral revolver. And he goes to spin it, and then 2 eldritch blasts towards him.
Yep.
So the first one
Nice.
is a 11 to hit,
Misses.
and that just goes into the water. Just a bloop.
Yep.
And then the second one is a nat 20 for a 28.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's
Oh. 2d10 plus 5.
Yep.
Ooh. That is 12 Eldritch Blast damage. And can I do the thingy?
What thingy?
When I hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, I can push them 10 feet forward. I can, but that doesn't look like that would help the kid or the son or the dad in any way.
Up to you.
Oh, because I wouldn't want to push the son and the dad into the water.
Yeah, it would put. You'd be. Yeah, he's a large creature. So
Yeah.
you'd be knocking them too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Kabloosh.
Caploosh. Dawn is just gonna move like 5 feet up and just kind of be like, hey, what's going on here, bud? No, good sir, you keep away from them.
All right.
It's like they're like reloading their weapons.
Sure. Kenna. You're a crocodile. You're adapted to the swamp terrain. You can see the creature kind of running out of the house.
Sick. Then I'm gonna change direction and go 60 feet as far as I can. Because I know I won't be able to get there in 30. 5, 10, 15, 20.
60 would be like right
25,
under
30,
the dock.
35, 40, 45. And I'll move 50 feet to about here and jump onto the dock and drop my wild shape
Sure.
as a bonus action.
Rock, you're perched on the house. You see a crocodile leap out of the water and then revert to Kenna and land on the dock. All right.
Yeah. Just standing there behind
All
it.
right. Ven.
Oh dear. All right. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get to here. And I'm going to bonus action move my spiritual weapon. I think I can move it 20 feet, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So I'm going to move it 5, 10, 15, 20. Basically, forward and diagonal of me. I don't think I
Okay.
can move it.
All right.
So
Whereabouts do
here.
you want it?
Right there. There we go. And that's all I can do with that. And then that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, okay. Oh, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this because this might help. I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw, as Ven's gonna call out Ridiot Turgem and cast Hideous Laughter on it.
All right.
It's too busy laughing. It can't chase the dad and the kid.
That's right. You said wisdom save?
Yep.
15 plus 2, 17.
DC was 15. All right. Well, that's my turn.
Alrighty.
Crap.
Druck. No longer hidden because of the crossbow fire shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Bonus action hide.
All right.
I guess I'll move to a different position
Sure.
so that I'm coming at it from a different angle.
Yep.
Bonus action hide.
Yep.
21.
You hope you're hidden.
Cool. I'm just assuming I'll roll with advantage.
Yep.
Okay. There it is. Natural 20.
All right. That's a crit. So sneak attack also crit.
All right. Let's take care of this.
It's like. I'm just.
I was hoping I would get a surprise round on it, but that's okay. So that's a total of 31 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, nice. You kind of hit it like right in its like undulating neck sack, and it just like, thunk. And it's looking hurt after that.
Druckle give his crossbow a little smooch, and then and then wiggle to
Okay.
the other side of the roof.
Okay. Quoin, 30 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dang. He's got a hunter's mark on it. Oh. Bonus action. Yeah. Bonus action. He's gonna cast Misty Step. And right here.
Oh. Look at that.
2 attacks with Platinum Fader Schwert. 14 plus 8. That is a hit. Quoin uses a shield, I believe. Yeah, so he can only one-hand wield the sword. So Huzzah! 9 slashing plus the Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark. Third level Hunter's Mark is... Her second level Hunter's Mark is 2d6. That's 4 additional damage on the first hit. Second attack, it hits for same 9 slashing and 6 Hunter's Mark. This thing's looking bad. And I believe Quoin has a feat, Slasher. Wound a creature on a critical hit. He's going to reduce, once per turn when you hit a creature, so he's going to reduce its speed by 10. Try to slow it down.
Nice.
Back to the top. To the blacksmith. Action. Disengage. Holding his kid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just running away. Brings us to the toad thing. It is no longer in dim light or darkness, so it can't teleport. So it's going to spin around. And tongue attack Quoin. No, it's not. Action disengage. Seems like it's here for a reason. So action disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, because it only has 20 feet of movement. It's like,
Whoa, that slasher feat is is pretty useful in this moment.
that'll
That's
bring
awesome.
us to dawn. Or wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh, I did say it was nighttime. That's right, I did say it was night. I did say it was dark out. So it technically would be dim light. Okay. Bonus action. Right there. Dawn.
Kenna and Quoin just sees Dawn going 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Looks like a fucking bone revolver in their hand, or if they've seen one before.
No
Because Dawn
one,
would have.
no one has seen guns.
No one has seen guns.
Nope, they're really rare.
And just, you unhand him there, my good fellow. Pew, pew. And Eldritch Blast.
Yep,
27.
hits.
$11 damage.
Do you push them back?
Yes.
Okay.
And they get pushed back 10 feet.
Yep.
Ah! Second one. Please fucking load D&D Beyond. 12.
Misses.
Another kaploosh. And how far away from them am I?
At like 30, 40 feet.
40 feet from the frog dude.
Yep.
How far is that? Nope, never mind. We're just chilling here.
All right, Kenna. Muted.
Thank you. I'm going to Misty Step
Yeah.
as a bonus action to right in front of there, kind of give him a protective stance.
Yep.
Let me just mark that off real quick. Misty Step. And then as my action, I'm going to throw. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead at this frog thing. I need a wisdom saving throw from it.
16.
Damn it, that's a success. So nothing happens. Cool. Yeah, that's my turn.
Then
Okay. Oh boy, it's getting far away from me. What's the range on this spell? I think it's enough if I can get. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I can get just outside so I can see it.
yep.
And then Ven is going to raise his wand and swipe it to the side, yelling out Fluctus Flagore, and is going to cast Tidal Wave. Yeah, just sideways, just like from the direction of the south, the southeastern house, and just going like up and to the left.
Okay.
Just backhanding this thing with water.
It's a
Yep.
it's a dex save or is it strength?
Let me double check that again.
It's strength.
Dex.
Dex.
It is Dex. DC 15 Dex save.
17.
Oh my God! Why is it so rolling so good at everything? Well, it still takes damage.
Yes, it does.
Half of 48. Okay.
For D8.
Yes. It's 13. That's 12. Nice. Okay, so 20, it takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that already halved?
Yeah. It was
Then,
25.
How do you want to do this?
Yes! Get away. Ven is just gonna, let's see, Ven is just gonna yell, "Get away from that child!" and just gonna like whirl the wand around and swing it sideways, and then just a tidal wave rises up out of the, like tidal wave of swamp water.
Yeah.
Just like rises up out of the water, and then just like towers up above it. It manages to get out of the way of most of it. No, just crashes straight down and just crushes it into the dock.
All right. As it's crushed under the dock, you just hear, and then its body kind of like bursts open back into like that shadowy, tendrily mass. It jettisons up into the air and shoots off to the east, back deeper into the swamps.
I'm gonna shout, "Are we going after it?"
We probably have to see what's been conjuring it. It's most likely, it looks like it's been conjured by something, yes?
Yes. Wait a minute, Druck, you
Yes.
hunters marked it, or not Druck?
No.
Quoin, you hunters marked.
Yes, but it's dead.
Oh, that. Well, oh, okay. I don't know if it kept doing it for.
How fast is it? Sorry.
It's
How
going at
fast is it
about
moving?
120 feet every 6 seconds.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah,
hell
we're not gonna-
fast. Okay,
But
we just
yeah,
we can get it.
to the east.
Okay, and the hunter's mark is gone. It doesn't
Yeah, because it died. Yeah.
go with that essence. Okay. Well, we've got a direction. We should go before the trail runs cold.
I agree, yes.
All right. Doesn't look like there's much for. I mean, we'd be walking through swamp, do we?
We should try and find a path through it as best we can. If we can get a boat or something, that would be helpful.
Well, I might be able to. Well, with this,
And he kind of flips his cloak a little.
I might be able to spend a half hour and see if I can't find where it is. Scout ahead.
But what about all the soldiers that disappeared when they went to scout it out?
Well, I
Yes,
would
we should-
be.
What
I
if-
would not look like a soldier.
Yeah, but what if you disappeared? We don't know what's out there.
Yes, we should stick together on this. I think it's a good idea to get a bird's or a bat's eye view, but I think that we should be nearby and not let you go all the way ahead in case it has some ranged capabilities, whatever this thing is. If it's capable of summoning a creature like that, it could summon something that can fly, or it could strike you down with magic.
Okay.
Dawn would have run over to the son and the dad and just gone, "Are you two okay, my father?"
Ah! They just keep running because they see a skeleton.
Can I cast healing word? The dad was injured, right?
Yeah, but he's fine.
That thing? Okay. Then I will not cast healing word on the dad.
Okay.
Kenna, if you would have seen Dawn, if the skeleton could look sad, they would look sad when they
Somehow the bones
I'm
that
just
form his
scared.
eyebrows have sunk and bent
Honestly,
downward.
you just
just-
kind of see him go like, oh.
Yeah, I'm imagining like the shoulder bones kind of just go
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The jaw opens a little bit, and there's a sad noise.
But where that you can see where that thing went towards the swamp. As it enters the swamp and gets deeper out, there's a flash of like bright green light about a mile in to the east. Or more than a mile.
That
in.
might be it.
Sorry, 3 miles in. It flashes and the light. The shape seems to dip down.
That'd probably be what we're looking for.
I can turn back into a crocodile and carry someone through the swamps. I know Quoin and Druck, you all can fly. Just don't know about whoever's left over. I might be able to carry both Ben and Dawn. We want to do that.
Well,
Crocodile is
Crocodile is a large.
It's a large creature. Yes.
let's
Yeah.
ask around town if there is some type of raft or something we could borrow.
I don't know if we have that time. It could come back any second.
I mean, there's like
Once
small,
it's
there's
reformed.
like small little like fishing canoes tied up to the dock in numerous places. Well, we are working for the Wayfarers Guild. We could probably just commandeer a canoe and then bring it back.
Probably a good idea for the sake of the town's children. I don't think they'll particularly mind missing a canoe.
Quoin would totally
Uh-huh.
leave a note.
Yeah, Quoin's already in the process of writing a note.
Sorry we took your canoe. We will bring it back as soon as possible.
By the grace of Bahamut.
Just already writing that out. Oh, and then we could tie the canoe to Kenna, and then Kenna could
Oh,
as a
perfect.
crocodile through the swamp.
This sounds great. This is a great plan.
This is a great plan.
All right.
Right?
Crocodile motorboat.
Quoin takes like a little. The Quoin just nails the note to the dock.
Nice.
We all go
I'm
in
gonna
and
turn back
announce
into a. Yeah,
this. Okay.
I'm gonna wild shape back into a crocodile.
All right. Quoin takes the rope that's tying the canoe up and like wraps it around your neck and tightens it.
All right.
Dawn's just at the back like a gondolierman.
Okay. Do you start swimming?
60 feet per
Yep.
or 10 feet a second,
Yep. Just bolting through the swamp.
like
The
a
boat's-
fan boat.
Like,
Oh,
it's not going
this
that
is quite the
fast,
way
but
to-
yeah, it's just like.
Well, this is quite the way to travel.
But you're like going through the swamp, and then the further you get out to like the eastern area of the swamp, there is no physical like dry land. It's just like patches of gross gunk, and the roads that you can see on the map are where the only real kind of traversable dry land is. So you're kind of just like going through gunk and mud and just swamp and reeds and stuff. You can see other crocodiles.
I climb over one of the roads, and the
Okay.
boat behind me just like goes up on a ramp.
Up in the air. All right.
When that swamp hits your thigh in the stickiest side, that's a Illmarsh. Just Dawn's just grooving in the back.
Don just disappears off the back of the boat.
Don wasn't hanging on, and we hit a bump.
What? Well, all right. So it's gonna take about half an hour to go 4 miles. Cool.
It's a pretty good mile.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, you get into the deep, deep part of the swamp, kind of where you saw the light dip down. And that flash of green, but you don't see anything that stands out. Lots of large, kind of looming, gnarled, leafless trees, kind of just all floating in the water, like all like submerged in the water. These trees.
When we get to this area, I'm going to drop my wild shape, climb into the boat, and start casting detect magic.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Keeping an eye out, mostly.
All right. Anyone who's keeping an eye out, perception checks.
That one.
Nice. A mosquito like lands and bites you in the eye.
Oh no! Oh, that's the worst. Oh, I hate this place.
And then
Plus
it
your
goes,
restoration.
and then it just flies away. Bzzz.
At a 17.
Okay, Quoin got a 13. Dawn
19.
19. Yeah, Ven's just like. Druck and Dawn. You hear persistent creaking, like 50 feet to the south from where you are.
Is there any cover?
There's swamp submerged trees everywhere.
Okay.
But no dry land whatsoever.
Okay.
And Kenna, you're doing detect magic?
As a ritual.
What's the radius on that, like the range?
30-foot sphere. 30-foot radius sphere.
You don't detect anything in your 30 foot. Oh, wait. 30-foot radius. That's 30 feet on all sides.
Yeah.
Kind of in the direction where Druck and Dawn were hearing the creaking noise. You detect. Give me a hot minute. You detect. Transmutation magic. And something else, like incredibly powerful, that is like overwhelming you mentally when you try to detect it.
Ooh. There's something powerful coming from that direction.
And in that direction, you all just see a big, gnarled, the biggest tree in this area, just about maybe 80 feet tall, 40 or 60 foot circumference, something like that. It's huge. And that's where everything's pinging. It's this massive fucking tree that it dwarfs every other tree in this kind of bog.
Druck's not splitting away from people, but he's trying to come at it like be separate from them, from the main group. So he's like gonna be like 15 feet to the side.
All right, so there's water everywhere. There's no dry land. So how's Druck doing it?
Yeah, just
swimming.
He's trying to be stealthy about it and just kind of.
Okay, make a stealth check. Make a stealth check
yeah.
while you're swimming through the water.
Okay. Natural 20.
All right, you're just through the water swimming. What's everybody else doing as Druck's swimming towards the big tree?
Can we steer the canoe towards that direction?
If you want to.
Yeah. Just to get everyone else closer.
Okay.
I take Dawn's stick and start pushing.
Group stealth checks for the people in the boat. So that's Ven, Kenna, Quoin, Dawn.
21.
Okay.
Also 21.
Wow.
How does a 10 sound?
25 for Quoin.
Wow.
Dawn just all his rattling in his bones, you know,
Okay.
it just creaks.
You get closer in the boat, creaking along. Or not creaking along, but going along. Druck kind of swimming. And the land starts to even out and get a little more solid as you get closer to this big tree. And the boat starts to get close to a bank. And Druck would also start getting close to like a bank of dry land.
Do I see any creatures?
Perception check.
$18.
Not outside, no. Not in this vicinity, really. Not within line of sight.
I will keep moving forward
All right,
as
so
quietly as I can.
So up onto the bank. Okay. People in the boat.
As we're rowing over, I tell Ben about the transmutation magic around the tree.
Yeah, the transmutation magic, because the tech magic would still be up. It is centered exactly on the tree.
Oh.
Okay.
And you're also picking up another spell now that you get closer. right on the bank where Druck is about to step, you're picking up abjuration magic.
Drug, stop!
How loud do you say that?
Probably too loud.
Okay. Inside the tree, a light comes on, and you can see where there's a window in the tree, and a little old lady peeks out. She can see the canoe, the boat, and she's like, "Oh, we have visitors." And she turns back around, and more lights start blinking on the bank from the other trees. Like more little like wisps of light come on, completely illuminating the bank and the party. And she steps out of the treehouse with two other old women.
Can I move to the opposite side of a tree?
They're going to see you because all the lights came on and kind of yelled at you. So
Yeah, but I mean, like, are there any trees nearby?
on this bank, just small ones that are like really wispy and thin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm just a big bugbear, just standing
Basically, yep.
in the nude, essentially.
Hello, visitors. Why are you at our home?
Trick or treat?
Oh, you're seeking treats?
Yeah?
Where are you coming from?
Nowhere really.
And then you sense that, and then kind of you sense that abjuration magic go away, like something was dispelled.
Can I see Druck?
Yep.
I'm gonna like shoot him a little nod, saying like it's trying to communicate that it's clear to go on the beach. I don't know if that
Druck's
comes
lit
across.
up like a Christmas tree at this point, and he's just like,
So where are you coming from, little dearie? Dearies, looking at everybody.
We're just coming from a little village.
Oh, what village is that?
I don't quite remember the name, if I'm being honest.
Deception.
We were just passing
Deception
through.
check.
Can Dawn give her some advantage on that to help her?
You're not talking or anything, so no.
It's that one.
Oh, well, you did come in from the direction of Illmarsh, so we'll assume that's the place, yes, little dearies?
Kenna's done talking now.
What brings you out this way, children?
Yes, children.
Yes, you are children. What brings you out this way?
Children.
We don't have any of those here. I'm sorry.
What are you doing out here in the forest at this type of night? Aren't there...
They gesture to the tree that they just walked out of that looks like a house on the inside. It is our home.
Aren't you scared of what's around here? Haven't you heard there are children going missing like us?
We've heard, but we're not afraid.
Why aren't you afraid,
The
my
swamp
good dear?
protects us.
How does it protect you?
In ways. Our great protector.
Guys, am I missing something?
I'm honestly not sure.
And all the while that they're talking, they do start inching closer and closer with every step. Like every time they speak, they get a little closer, the three of them. Why are you on our banks? Why did you come to our house? You must have known we were here.
Yes, children. Missing children.
And we've said we don't have any children here.
Yes.
Insight check?
Go for it.
Can
I'm
guidance
aiming
Dawn?
for it too.
You can guidance Dawn, yeah.
Okay.
What does that read?
Add a
D4.
D4 to your roll.
It's not gonna help me, but that's fine.
Were you alright? Sorry, I know you didn't specifically say that I could roll insight, but
It's fine. You said you were
okay,
going to. So,
yeah, I did.
14.
14? They're probably telling. Looks like they're telling the truth. Druck. What'd you get for your insight check?
26.
Something's definitely off.
If I look at what's going on with them, are there any signs of like perhaps like they've been in contact with
They
any
look
children,
like
or
elderly.
have, like...
They just look like elderly humanoid women.
Okay. All right. So like there isn't a pair of like kids' shoes in one of
Nope.
their back pockets.
Nope.
Okay.
We're here to find kids, and there were a frog creature.
Oh, a frog creature, you say?
Yes.
Well, we have not seen any frog creature out this way. We've seen frogs, but not frog creatures.
Big.
Doesn't ring a bell. No, it doesn't ring a bell. One of the other ones says.
Well, you know,
And
with
all three of them kind of look at Ven and they go, "No, none of us have seen any frog creatures."
All right, that's good to know.
Did you want to come in for some tea? Is that why you're here? Tea and
we're-
readings?
We might as well, right?
I think we're all right.
Oh. You can stay outside, as all three kind of look at Ven.
Would anyone else like to stay outside?
I prefer outside, but I don't see why we can't try to learn more.
Excellent. Come inside. We have the best tea. It's very soothing.
Dawn's gonna step off the canoe
Okay.
and kind of like twirls his little staff there and kind of puts their hand out towards like the closest lady
Sure.
and just wants to, like, you know, like the old timey, like, would link the lady's arm and then just kind of have their hand on top of it too,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like follows them in the house and just trying to be like gentleman-like.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to Ven and be like, are you sure about this?
About what? So there's powerful transmutation magic on that tree, and we were here following powerful magic users who summoned an evil toad monster. It's clearly them.
Like, Sape can't fix that.
I have a way out of there, but I don't know about Dawn.
Yeah, I don't think we should let them get in the house. I think we should just start fighting.
Druck starts to talk to the old lady. They look like old women.
Yeah,
correct?
3 elderly human women.
He starts talking to them, and
And she's like, I have not traveled here too often. What do you eat around here? What do you hunt?
Berries, squirrels, rabbits, rats, mice, fish, frogs, birds.
Yes. You see a lot of them enough.
No,
Uh,
but we lure them in and into our banks and we snatch them and eat them.
ooh, what do you use for bait?
Magic. Potions, concoctions.
Book magics or
No.
what type of magics?
Natural stuff that's in the ground and all around us. Anyone can use it if they're willful enough. Come, tea. It's time for tea.
Druck's just gonna look at everyone else.
You sure you want to start this now, Ben?
Better here than in their house.
Alright. I'm gonna join them on the beach,
Okay.
and as soon as I am close enough to be within 15 feet of all of them, I am going to cast a 3rd level Thunder Wave.
One of them goes, no, counterspell.
How far does Dawn get with the other one?
I don't know, because everything's happening all at once. Give me a sec. So Thunderwave happens. Dawn's approaching one of the other ones. Druck's talking to one of them. As one counterspells in one, it says, "Oh, we were just trying to be friendly." And all 3 of them eventually shift into these wretched-looking elderly women, hunched, green, vibrant skin. Not as vibrant as Ven's, more darker and muddled, with big, like, boils and pustules all over their face. Their hair goes from nice to looking long, white, and greasy, and they're wearing robes of just, like, skin, essentially. Now we have to wake our protector, and that's very unfortunate. And as that happens and the counterspell happens, the tree where the transmutation magic was coming from uproots itself and starts coming to life. And that's what we're going to pick up next week.
Oh dear.
Good job, Kenna! Buckle up!
I mean, nobody has counterspell? No one?
Nope. I just got 3rd level spells.
Yeah, counterspell's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
It's not 1st level or anything.
I miss being but warlocks get counterspell.
Not yet.
Counterspell's not a good spell for a warlock. I mean,
Yeah, you don't get very many
still
spell
be
slots,
useful,
yeah.
but
Motherfucker, have you seen my builds?
We'll be back next week. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We will pick up there next week with a big old tree, some hags.
my God,
Yeah.
this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Good night,
Good night, everybody!